Hi, my name is George Alger, and welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today's guest expert is Dr. Roxann Abrams, who is the founder of Operation IV. Welcome, Dr. Abrams.
Thank you for having me, George.
So let's get right into Operation IV. What is that?
Operation IV is a nonprofit organization that serves our combat veterans that are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. The IV means an infusion of help for an Iraq and an Afghanistan veteran, combat veteran.
Good. And when did you start this?
This organization came about in 2013, and I founded this organization because I'm a Gold Star mother.
And for those who don't know, could you explain what that is?
Sure. Gold Star means that I lost a family member in active duty service. And as a Gold Star mother, that means I lost a child in active duty service. I lost my son, Sergeant First Class Randy Abrams, to post-traumatic stress disorder suicide after his third tour in Iraq.
Wow. Yes.
Very traumatic.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk a little bit then about the Vets for Hire, which is one aspect of Operation IV. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. We've created a treatment program for our veterans called Veteran Intervention Plan, and the acronym is VIP. We think that's very fitting, since our combat veterans are the ones that work to keep us free. And we have created a holistic treatment program for post-traumatic stress disorder that includes service dogs. And down at the end of the program, when they get through the most of the steps, they need to have a career aspiration that works to further their lives. And one of the things that our combat veterans need to keep their post-traumatic stress disorder from overtaking their lives is to have new dreams and goals and visions. And the way that we can help to do that also is to help them create a new career. Vets for Hire is getting into the human resources portion of looking for a job. In the 2000s, we are looking at headhunters and staffing agencies that help us find employment. So we're doing the same thing for our veterans and looking to match them up with corporations that are looking for talented people. If you want a person that's going to come to work, hire a vet. You want somebody that's dependable, hire a vet. You want somebody that's qualified, hire a vet. George, these guys have all kinds of training that can benefit our private employers back here in the United States. And we're looking to help them further their lives, further their careers, and help them earn the money that they're qualified to earn in the private sector. So the money that we earn as a nonprofit from the fees, the staffing fees that our companies are paying us, goes to fund our medical program to help the next vet. So when a company hires one of our veterans, what they're doing is helping to provide medical treatment for the next guy coming through our program.
Okay, good. So let's look at the different folks or different categories of people that we want to touch here. Certainly employers.
Yes.
And then certainly vets.
Yes.
All right. And are there other people that should be aware of this?
Well, our communities in general needs to be aware of what we're doing, and we're hoping that they will want to get involved and help support our organization. We are looking for people to volunteer. We're also looking for people to make donations and help to fund our programs. We're looking for people that can help network us and put us in touch with others that can help with our programs as well. And we would like for our community to help us to honor our veterans by helping them get the treatment and the services that they need that aren't readily available through the VA. We want to become, for our combat veterans that have post-traumatic stress disorder, what the VA should be. And we want to provide these services for them at no cost, ever, or their families. They've paid enough already.
Good. Now, let's speak a little bit more about the volunteers, all right?
Yes.
So if someone was interested in, trying to support this cause, what kind of roles might a volunteer play?
Well, we're always looking for fundraising committee members and people to help us get the word out, to help with social media trees, to help send our posts out, to like our posts on Facebook, different types of, and Twitter, and to send those posts out to their friends and family that they already are networked with to help spread the word.
Good. And then how might employers be able to be better connected with this and better serve the community through this program?
Well, our employers can help by allowing us to have the opportunity to fill their open jobs slots, their open positions, with our qualified veterans. And our veterans are pre-screened. We always make sure that everyone is qualified for the job, so that's been presented to us. So when we present a veteran or veterans to an employer, they're being presented with qualified veterans that have been pre-screened and are definitely a match to the best of our ability for the open position. That way our employers are not spinning their wheels and they have maybe 3-4 qualified people to look at, resumes and people to interview, rather than having to sort through hundreds of resumes off of the internet or other types of situations that they may be using to recruit people.
Good. Now let's suppose someone was interested in helping and they did want to help through money. Is it, are you primarily looking for direct donations, or do you have events throughout the year that are fundraising activities?
Well, actually both, George. We have a fundraiser that's coming up in the spring that we're planning, and we also have direct donations that are available on our website or through sending a check into our office. And we would like for our community members to become partners with us also if they'd like to do that. And that means that they can make a monthly donation if they would like on a regular basis. We call them partners.
Good. Let's talk a little bit more about the vets themselves. So let's suppose some vets are listening to this show or
Yes.
watching this program, and if they reach out to your organization here, what would be the process for them that they could expect they'd be going through?
Well, we would ask them to go to our website. We have a lot of information on our website, and it's set up that way so that people can read this in the privacy of their home. They can look through the information there when it's convenient for them. And if they're interested in becoming part of our program, then we would ask them to complete the online form, and that is sent into our VIP department, and their information is kept confidential, and then someone will contact them and we take it from there.
Good. Okay, so by taking it from there, what does that mean? So if a vet were to get involved in, let's say, the beginning of a year, so let's just pick January, it's a program that goes on until
Yes.
they get hired, I presume, or does it continue on even after they're hired?
Well, when we have a veteran that calls us, what we need to do is first delineate, do they need to have treatment for their post-traumatic stress disorder, or are they a person that can be hired right now if they're ready for employment? And let's talk about the veteran that's ready for employment at this point. We would match them up with a recruiter, and we help with their resume. We want to make sure that they are properly coached in how to have an interview with an employer. Some of these guys have never had regular jobs, and you and I both know that even in the private sector, we have to learn how to interview. And so I don't want any veterans listening to feel, gosh, if I don't know how to interview, that they should be embarrassed about that. There's a lot of civilian people that don't know how to interview properly either. So we help with that. We help with the resume. We want to make sure that we're matching people up in a culture for the company that's good for them too. So we also make sure that our employers give us that information so we can match up personality style. It's not just about your qualifications when you're looking for a great career. It's about being matched with the right professional family as well. And so we work through that, all of that, with the recruiters and the veterans so that they are getting the best opportunities put forward in front of them that we can give them. And then our employers are getting the best veterans matched for their jobs.
Okay, cool. Now, speak to the geography that's served here.
Yes. Well, we are located here in the Ventura, Oxnard area, but we work nationwide. And we can help veterans in any state, any city. We can help any corporation that places veterans in any area. Our veterans are nationwide. And they're in Puerto Rico, they live in Alaska, they live in Hawaii. So it doesn't matter where somebody is located, either the client corporation, the company, or the veteran. And if somebody moves, we can help place them in another position if they need that.
Good. Now, to put a face on this, could you speak about, let's just say, one vet who got involved with this program and what they went through?
Our Vets for Hire program is new, and we do have a project, we have a veteran, and his name is Mark, and he is in the Southern California area, and Mark right now has submitted his resume to us. We are in the process of getting his resume civilian ready, and what that means is that we take all his military experience and we translate that into civilian language so that when we talk to an employer, they understand how his military service equates to their job opening. And that's the process. And then we set Mark up with a couple of interviews, and he will interview with one or two of the interviewers for the company. And then the company lets us know what their process is after that, and then how long the hiring process takes depends on the individual company. That's not something that we can control. But we do work closely with our contacts at the company so that we can make sure that we are streamlining the process as much as possible. Sometimes it can be a short process where it's 2 or 3 weeks, and sometimes we've seen it take 2 or 3 months.
Understood. Okay, Dr. Abrams, we're running out of time here, but I'm wondering if you could provide us with the website that people could go to for more information, and if there's a summating message you'd like to convey to the viewers about this great program.
Sure. Our website is www.operationIV.org. And if you put in .com, it'll still get to us. We've got both websites, so don't worry about that. It's operationIV.org. And what I would like our viewers to know is that our combat veterans keep us free. They fight for our freedom. They die for us. We owe them the best we can give them when they come back. We owe them the American dream they fight for. And our organization is committed to the successful transition of our combat veterans, and we are dedicated to their living the American dream that we all live.
Well said. All right, well, thank you very much for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.